Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video I will be talking about the Washington football team possibly being interested in signing free agent tight end Hunter Henry. We'll also talk about some other free agent and draft options at that tight end this offseason for the Washington football team. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. So let's get right into the video. So there were some rumors going around yesterday about the Washington football team that they're going to be very aggressive in going after Hunter Henry. Regardless if that is true or not, the Washington football team does need to upgrade the tight end position. And I'm not saying we need to get an upgrade over Logan Thomas, but we do definitely, at the very least, need to get better depth at the tight end position, because I don't want to see Jeremy Sprinkle as our backup tight end if Logan Thomas next year gets hurt and we have Jeremy Sprinkle playing 4, 5, 6, 7 games. That is going to really hurt the team. So at the very least, we need to get some depth at that tight end position. So let's read the report. This guy from Hogs Haven said yesterday, the Washington football team will be in on tight end Hunter Henry if he doesn't re-sign with the Chargers in a big way. I have confirmed this, and then someone else said would be a huge addition to offense. Hunter Henry and Logan Thomas would be one of the best tight end duos in the NFL, and that is true. He would cost a solid amount of money. Last year with the Chargers, had about 14 games, 60 catches, 613 yards, 4 touchdowns. So he's more of a tight end one than Logan Thomas, and obviously he's much younger and has a lot more room to grow, but his production wasn't that much better than Logan Thomas, and obviously had a way better quarterback throwing to him, but still nonetheless would be a great option for the Washington football team. Would cost a lot of money, but it is something to, consider this offseason. And, maybe Scott Turner has some plans to use him better than he was being used with the Chargers. So, gonna be interesting to watch. I don't think it's a huge position of need, when it comes to getting a better starter, but we definitely do need to upgrade that position depth-wise. But like I said, would not be bad to get one of these studs, Hunter Henry, or someone even in the draft. If Kyle Pitts somehow falls to us, or even falls to like 16, 17, and we want to trade up, that also could be a possibility. So now let's get into some other free agents that could be available that the Washington football team could target tight end wise. There's a lot of different tight ends, and there's some that I really like. I think Gerald Everett from the Rams would be a really good option. He's been their backup for the last few years, but he's been, putting up some solid numbers. Last year, 16 games, 41 catches, 417 yards, and 1 touchdown. Also had 1 rushing touchdown, and he's just what you want in a backup. And, he's better than almost. He could start on a few teams, and he would be getting a lot of snaps for us, and I would like it would allow us to do a lot more 2 tight end sets, which we really weren't able to do much this year because Jeremy Sprinkle was our backup. So he's a good pass threat, and he's just solid in all facets of the game, and would be a good pickup for us, and would be relatively cheap, a lot cheaper than Hunter Henry, who's gonna probably get re-signed by the Chargers, but if not, he's going to be one of the highest paid tight ends in the league. Another guy I really like, but is probably more of a tight end one, is Jonnu Smith. This past year, he had 41 catches, 448 yards. He did play in 15 games, but he was playing and he was, he had a lot good production in the first half of the season, but the second half of the season, he was playing really banged up. 450 yards, 8 touchdowns, also had 1 rushing touchdown this year as well, and would be an amazing backup. And I don't even know if he would be a backup here. Him and Logan Thomas would be splitting the reps a lot. I really like Jonnu Smith, and he's gotten really a lot better the last couple years, and I do think that he's still growing as a player. He's a young guy, and he would be a really good fit. Again, much cheaper than Hunter Henry. I think he'll be a little bit more expensive than Gerald Everett, but would still be a good fit nonetheless. And the last guy on this list before we look at the overall free agents, Mo Alley Cox from the Colts. He's a free agent, and they have a lot of tight ends in India, and this year had about 400 yards, 2 touchdowns. A pretty solid backup for if we were to sign him. Very young still, only played for 3 years, and that's just what we need. He's kind of athletic, and just again, we really need depth, and maybe Thaddeus Moss could be that guy because he is a good blocker, and maybe he can be a good receiving threat, but we need to have someone that if Logan Thomas goes down, we're able to have a guy that can produce close to his level. And even if Logan Thomas is still healthy, it's good to have some other guys available. And at the moment, we just don't have another guy. Maybe, like I said, Thaddeus Moss can be that guy. But at the moment, it's just not the case. So Mo Alley Cox would be a solid option. He's going to be very cheap. He's going to be the cheapest option on this list, and I would really like that. Some other free agents this offseason. Gronk is a free agent. Obviously, though, he's going to re-sign with the Bucks. That's almost a guarantee. Hunter Henry, like I said, Robert Tonyan from the, Green Bay Packers, he most likely going to re-sign. Jared Cook would be another option I would be okay in. Again, though, he's 34 years old, so a little bit old for me right there. Dan Arnold from the Cardinals is also not a bad option. There's a lot of young guys here that could be solid backups. That's all I'm asking for them to do this offseason. Make sure you get out there and get a solid backup who has some potential. Jordan Reed is a free agent. And then also in the draft, I would not mind drafting someone, let's say, in the 4th, 5th, even 3rd round, in that 3 to 6 range. Get that guy, sit him behind Logan Thomas for a while, let him develop behind Logan Thomas, and, he's going to be better than what you have in Jeremy Sprinkle, and maybe eventually he can overtake Logan Thomas, or just be a solid tight end to get a guy in this year's draft with a lot of upside. And that would just be really helpful for us because that's one of our biggest positions of need, not a starting tight end, but depth at the tight end position. So let me know what you guys think about all these players, which one you would like the most, and are you okay with paying big money for Hunter Henry? I'm okay either way. I'm not a huge Hunter Henry fan. I think he's one of the better tight ends in the league, but I don't necessarily think it's worth it to spend 12 whatever million it's going to take to get him, because he does have an injury history, missed all of 2018, so we'll see. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video. Peace.